What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Happy Sunday. I hope you're enjoying your day off if it is your day off. It was supposed to snow today here in Texas and we got like a little bit of a flurry and not much else, but everybody around us is showing pictures like half an inch of snow and stuff, so I guess living by the lake did us dirty this time. But today I just wanted to give a quick little update on where the market stands. I've been seeing some nice little trends showing up, and just kind of wanted to go over some of the patterns that we saw before. So if you like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This promotes crypto in general, and if you're not already, follow me on Twitter where I do post charts and live trades, and then the Discord links and all that stuff is down below. But let's go ahead and get started on CoinMarketCap. As you can see now, we have some red here in the market, some corrections occurring, Bitcoin being the one that's driving this right now in my opinion, and Ethereum probably being the one that could drive us into a pump if it was to go, because it seems to be pretty unaffected by this going on right now. Biggest gainers here, we do still have some altcoins going crazy. Monero, Zcash, the privacy coins. Bitcoin Cash has been on a run, and then weird ones like Bitcoin Diamond and all that. And then our biggest losers here, EOS, Nano, Yearn, and the list goes on. So we're in sort of a little bit of a correction here, but let's go ahead and go back to Bitcoin. And if you were following me yesterday, whether it be in the video or in the stream, I was saying that we were entering this little bit of a triangle and that we had spilled out of our ascending channel that we had been in. And this is on the hourly here, just so we can get a good view. And if you were watching, I was saying that we could be forming two things. We could be forming a symmetrical triangle that could break to the upside or downside. I said, or on top of that, we could be having a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming here, with the neckline being right at the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. And if we watched this and we just did a measured move of the head to the neckline, as well as what the symmetrical triangle would be, this would put us as a breakout to the downside of right around $36,600. But there's a lot of other support on our way down. And the reason I bring this up is if we just scroll back a little bit, let's take a look at these other patterns that we've had forming on our way up. We were in this ascending channel here for a good, let's say, 9 days, almost 10 days here. And after that, we got to the upside, we confirmed resistance as support, and then we formed a little triangle here, and then we broke to the upside. And then we got above our previous trend line of this broadening, like megaphone pattern here, right? So zooming in now, during this time back here, when we got above the little megaphone, we dropped below, started to form support, and then we actually had a drop down. And this was kind of our first real correction in a sense, right? And let's see how much that drop was. It was right from our fib line down to the previous support, and you see there's that channel there that we had support, and this wick came all the way down, and this was a 20% correction that was bought up real fast. And then we started to form another channel here, and in this channel, I know this is getting, inside another, like a little nesting doll here, we formed this break to the upside, this ascending channel. Well, if we keep all of these patterns on top of each other, we can see that right here, we are now potentially forming support on the top of this ascending channel here, right? So we may not actually drop all the way down to the target. We could find support right here and then continue an uptrend from here. Specifically, since this is the weekend, we can see that weekend breakouts sometimes aren't as severe or as drastic. Now, if we start to have a decline as the weekend progresses and we open into Monday, we could see a volume-backed drop from there as markets and everything start to open, futures open, and everything will just start to go down from there. So we'll kind of have to just wait and see. But as of right now, we're definitely heading into a downtrend. We have set we've set 1, 2 lower lows here, but until we get below right around the 36.5, we wouldn't have broken this trend here. So definitely watch out. I personally wouldn't short or long right now, because we don't know if the buyers are still in control or if the sellers are in control. So now if we move over to XRP, we have the formation that we've been watching, the Wyckoff accumulation, whatever you want to call it. And if we back it up, we had the trend line from all the way back at the top when we were at around 77 cents coming down, and we entered into this accumulation pattern. And the past couple days I was saying how I don't quite think that we're out of this pattern yet, mostly because for the breakout I want to see these two lines as support and no longer as resistance. We kind of got over the first one, but we still haven't broken this high at 37 cents, right around 38 cents. If we can get above that and turn it into support, I'll feel better that we are going to continue to the upside. Now, however, if we look, what would happen if we did truly break to the downside here like we are starting to do? We have our lower trend line here, we have a fight to get above, and I put another trend line here because this is where the candle bodies are, and then this is where the candle wicks are. If we take a measured move from there to where we are potentially breaking down, it's kind of ironic here that it's actually matching up with where we broke out of originally for this. And in the Wyckoff accumulation, this is very common to occur as buyers and sellers are fighting. Retail and investor money is trying to figure out what's to happen. So right here, this would put us at a breakdown that puts us right back to our median price here, and again would confirm this trend line right here. So very possible that we would break to the downside here, especially if Bitcoin was to dump and confirm this trend line. But again, we have support along the way down. We have the 25 cent mark here, which is where we had resistance for a long time turned support. We also have support here around 27, where you can see resistance, support, support, support. So potentially on the way down we could find support right here and then start bouncing around in between these upwards resistance at this point and go from there. But if the markets all play out together, we could definitely see another 22 to 23 cent XRP. Now, I personally don't think that we would get below 17 at all. If we did, then we would be setting a newer low, and that would completely change this pattern and invalidate it at that point. So I do believe that if Bitcoin continues to go down, XRP will continue to go down. And the reason why is if we come to here, I have in this frame a Bitcoin at the top on the 5-minute, and then I have XRP on the bottom in the 5-minute. And does this look a little bit familiar on both sides here? So up here I have the measured move down. This would be the ascending triangle right here on this part, and on the actual XRP here I don't have any of the trend lines. I have them drawn, I believe it's on this one for the 5-minute. Yep. So this is where we're looking at as far as the comparison here. So right now, whether XRP was looking to break out or not, it is still correlated with Bitcoin. So until I see some sort of decoupling, like XRP has taken over its own coin in a sense, whatever Bitcoin does is how I would trade XRP at this point. So just to test it out, I tried to get in on a couple trades here, and as you can see, I was able to enter in on a 50x leverage trade here. My stop loss was hit a couple times trying to find the best entry point, but we're potentially going to ride it out to 23. You know, there's $100 in this trade, and if it's stop loss, I will break even, or 20 XRP in profit. So we'll kind of see how that plays out, but we're waiting to see what Bitcoin does. Another interesting thing is if I zoom back to here, and this is the point where we have our peak, and this was on January 8th around 7 p.m. If we come back to here, and I just thought this was kind of cool. If we go to 7 p.m. here, this is where we would take the measured move, and this is just to the left of my trend line. So that would be the actual top right there, and this is how I measured this exact move. So the move from the drop of Bitcoin down and then the XRP down at the exact same time, both come down to a key support, right? So just a kind of a weird correlation. The difference is that this here is actually only a 12% move. Over here on XRP, this is more like a 30% move. overall, right? 40% from top to bottom, but if we just go from where it is down, we're looking at a 30% correction after a 66% move to the upside. So this would be overall 50% correction from the price that it started at, right? So it seems a little bit drastic to me, so I wouldn't bet on us actually coming down to here, but it is completely possible in a bearish scenario that this could occur. So just some weird things that I saw as far as Bitcoin and XRP, where we're going. For anybody who did take this trade, congrats. I said, you know, I said to wait for a confirmation. So we actually broke down with volume, came up, confirmed support as now resistance, and now here we're dropping, and potentially we may or may not hold right here. Oops. And if we don't hold, you know, we have again support right at the 36,000, which is the bottoms here. The next support would be on the fib mark, the 1.618, and then below that would be the 20 exponential moving average, as well as the bottom of this ascending channel. So lots of support below, so there's no saying that we're going to come down. This could be the small correction we needed before a big pump this week, because that's 13%. Last time we were over here, we had 20%. You know, these may be the corrections we see. We may not see that bloody 30 to 50% correction just yet. We might be at 70,000 before that happens. Who knows? All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. We'll be keeping an eye and updating the Discord just to kind of see what plays out with these patterns. But if we can't get back above around 32 cents, I'm switching to more bearish on XRP, and I would just be waiting to maybe accumulate some at that point, and then we'll just kind of see how this play trade works out here. You know, if it does drop down to 23 cents, that's going to be a hell of a 7,000 XRP on 50x leverage, so you know, can't lose anything when you have a good entry point. So we'll just see how it plays out. But that's going to do it for this video. You guys take it easy.